All right, we were joined by Tennessee head coach Karen Weekly and players Laura Mueller, McKenna Gibson, and Carlin Pickens. A reminder to please silence your cell phones and to give your name and media affiliation when you get the mic to ask a question. Recording the press conference video with your cell phones prohibited. Make sure to use the raise hand function on Zoom if you want to ask a question. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach Weekly, go to questions just for players, dismiss the players, and go back to questions just for Coach Weekly. So if you have an opening statement, go for it.
Well, congratulations to Texas. Outstanding program. Played a great game. Thank you to everybody involved, NCAA, that makes this such an amazing event. Each year it just gets better and better. But I think my heart is full because of the young ladies to my right and the young ladies in that locker room. They're sad for all the right reasons. It's not about wins and losses. It's about the joy they experience being together every single day. And I think people saw that in the way we played. They saw them bounce back. They saw how resilient, how gritty and tough they were. This has been a group that has been just so much fun to coach because they allowed us to coach them. And everything we asked of them all through the season, they bought in completely and just made it really, really fun. And my office in our clubhouse is right by the front door, and every one of these guys, they walk in and they have a smile on their face and they greet you. And when you get to, I can't even call it going to work, but when you get to go to work with people like that, there's not a bad day. There's not a bad day. And today we want to be playing another day, but it's not a bad day at all. We just wish we were going to be together again tomorrow, and I think that's the sentiment you'll hear from our seniors. Just sad they're not going to be with their friends again playing ball.
Okay, we'll start questions for players from our left.
Cora Hall with the Knoxville News Sentinel. For all three of you guys, could you kind of share your perspective on what Karen was just talking about the joy this team played with and what it meant to for McKenna and Laura to reach the World Series semifinal again in your senior season?
This team has meant everything to me this season. These girls, they're the reason why I fell in love with this sport again, and the way that we pour into each other is like no other, and we support each other no matter what. And I think exactly what Karen said, it sucks to lose either way, but I'm just sad that we don't have another day to play with each other and to support each other. This team is literally everything to me. They're my sisters for life now, and I'm so proud to be on this stage my senior year, so proud of the way that we've fought this season, and so proud to be a Lady Vol for life.
Yeah, it was a great season all around for all of us. The ups, the downs, we went through it together and tried to have just the most fun we could have every day, no matter what was going on, and just being able to finish my career here with these people was amazing.
Yeah, just a very, very special group of girls, coaches, everything. I think this year was just so much fun. We love each other so much and just wanted another day together.
Okay, we'll stay front row left.
I'm Trevor McGee, the Daily Beacon. For all three of you, the motto this week has been to play with no regrets. Would you say you left with that motto staying true?
Absolutely. I mean, even just from the first game we played against OU, obviously the result was what it was, but even during that game, you could tell we were giving it our all and we were surrendering the outcome no matter what. And we were constantly reminding each other, story's already written, God's got us, just play free, play for each other to play another day. And you saw that fight throughout our next few games. And even today, the results were different, but we didn't take a beat off. We didn't take no energy off of each other. So absolutely, I feel like we kept that throughout this entire week.
Yeah, I agree. I think 1 through 25, all of us gave everything we had for this entire week.
Yeah, I agree with both of them. I think you saw what we're all about this week, just playing completely free, leaving it all on the field, and it was really cool to be a part of that and to see that
Okay, front row right, Brady.
Brady Vernon, Softball America. Just, McKenna, having been here as a sophomore, and you guys have a lot of good young hitters that are projected to come back, what kind of advice could you share to them to not take this trip for granted and how you kind of grow from that going forward?
Say enjoy it. I mean, it was a great opportunity for us to be here, be some of one of the 8 teams standing in the season, and you see so many people at home watching, and that was kind of just our thing this week was enjoy the moment, embrace the stage that you're on, because you don't always get that opportunity. You fight like hell throughout the season to get here, and I'm just so proud to have been here twice in my career and to finish where we did. And obviously you want to end up standing last team standing with that trophy, but I'm more than fulfilled to be here, especially with this group of girls. And I'm so proud of everyone on this team for what they've done, how they've grown throughout the season, and just to end it here, it's super special.
Any more questions for players? Okay, front row left.
Carlin, I know you have one more year here with Tennessee, but I mean, you love this program. I know that you take so much pride in being a Lady Vol. You could go anywhere. What is it about Tennessee that you love so much?
Is everything an answer? I adore everything about being a Lady Vol, everything it stands for, the community, the place it's at. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Any
Vol
more
for life.
Any more questions for players? Okay, thank you, players. You're dismissed. And you can take your name cards if you like to. Questions for Coach Weekly? Okay, we got front row left.
Cora Hall with the Knox News Sentinel. Just didn't feel like you guys had it today offensively. What was different today about, you got a hit in the first inning, first couple innings, just what was different about facing Morgan this time?
Well, she did a really good job of keeping her drop ball, low, like didn't really miss a whole lot. Worked with the zone she got very effectively. And, you're facing a great team. Like a great team. I mean, you're in the Final Four of the World Series. You're at the World Series. You're facing great teams. And certainly as you inch closer and closer and closer to, the final two, it's just great softball. And I thought she did a really good job and pitched a really good game. And I thought we battled. And, the key is, can you string a few things together? And that we just weren't able to do that. I don't think we had too many. I don't know if we had a leadoff runner on. Maybe once, but we just weren't really able to string anything together, but it wasn't for lack of fight.
Okay, we got front row right.
Brady Vernon, Softball America. Just today's home run ball was a little bit wonky with the win, but Carlin only gave up, I think, 6 coming into this event, and it's been 6 the last few outings. Is it just as simple as chalking up to good hitters making good on mistakes?
I think that's a lot of it, yeah. I mean, again, this is the best of the best. And so we face some exceptional offenses. We face OU, and then we face Florida, and then we face UCLA, and then we face Texas. I can't give you statistics, but you could put those in the top 5 offenses in the country. So, yeah, I mean, but I can't say enough good things about Carlin. I don't think anybody else would have bounced back from Thursday night quite the way that young lady did. And that exemplifies what we're all about at Tennessee. And I am so proud of her and so proud of all of them for coming back from that. I think everybody counted us out. Everybody did. And we proved them wrong.
Okay, we got front row left.
Thomas Jones, Austin American Statesman. You're talking about Carla. I mean, she just seemed like a machine, seemed like she could throw all day long. Mike had the luxury of not starting Tegan. Did you consider not starting her at all, or did you know you're going with her the whole time?
No, I think it's a different approach when you're in Texas's shoes where you're not facing an elimination game, So, yeah, I mean, if we get to 2 games, we're probably going to, see some other pitchers out there for us. But, going into today, Carlin's going to get a game and maybe a little bit more than 1 game, and you can't wait for it to be game number 2. You've got to go get game 1. So I wasn't really surprised at his strategy because I think he was in a position to do that, and it worked well for them.
Okay, we'll stay front row left.
Cora Hall with the Knox News Sentinel. Karen, just wanted to ask what you saw on the when Craig got ejected, and any perspective you can share on that whole situation.
I really didn't hear what was said, and I didn't think he came too far out of the dugout. There's a rule about if assistants come out and argue that things are automatic, and I don't know. You would hope that you get a little bit of leeway because of the stage you're on right here. You certainly don't want to lose a coach when you're playing for the biggest game of the season.
Okay, we'll stay front row left.
Trevor McGee, the Daily Beacon. Karen, you heard what the players had to say about leaving with no regrets. Would you also say that you thought your team left here with no regrets?
Absolutely, without a doubt. And the values in our program, it's be your best, most competitive self in all you do. That's our mission. And you preach and preach and preach all the character traits to do that. You hope they're listening. And I think we saw over these last couple weeks that they really were, and they were really buying in. And the outside world just wants to bombard them about their results. Everybody wants to talk about, did you win? Did you lose? Did you get a hit? Did you not? Did you strike her out? Did you not? And it's just all results, results, results. And what we try to talk about 100% is process. Control what you can control. And I just love Boo saying we surrendered the outcome. When I hear our players say we surrendered the outcome, then I know that we were exactly where we needed to be. And yes, we played freely and have no regrets.
Okay, second row left.
Coach Tim Willard, Associated Press. Don't want to beat a dead horse here, but to follow up on what Cora just asked you, did your coach share anything with you? Was there, do you know why he went out there, why he got as upset as he did? I know you said you didn't hear what he said, but did he share anything about why he was upset with you before he went out there?
I think he was frustrated with the strike zone.
Okay, last one, front row left here.
You guys made it to the semifinals in 2023, semifinals again this year. Just for you, I know maybe hard to answer in the moment, but just what do you feel like needs to change or improve next year to take that next step and get to the championship series?
Well, it's a lot more challenging, of course, when you get in the loser's bracket. And 23, we won the first game and then lost the second one. And, this time around, we lost the first one and then, clawed our way to today. So I think even though it's been done, it's a different road when you can stay in that winner's bracket. And especially now, see, 2023, I don't think we had this format where we were extending the championship to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and you add that day off. And I think that's the key about winning is play, day off, play, day off, play, day off. And that makes a big difference, And I'm not making excuses, but you asked the question, right? But that makes a big difference when you can kind of get into that routine and that cycle. And, but you got to take care of your business on the field in order to keep yourself in the winner's bracket.
Okay, that'll wrap things up. Thank you.
Thank you.